There are moments in life when the world feels unbearably heavy, when every step forward demands a strength you no longer feel you have, and when even breathing begins to feel like a quiet battle you must fight alone. In these moments, your mind grows silent, your heart grows tired, and your spirit begins to whisper the question you fear the most. Can I still continue? If you are standing in that place now, in the place where exhaustion meets hopelessness, this message is for you. Not from the world outside, not from the people who come and go, but from the quiet, ancient place within you that has watched over every struggle, every fall and every rise. This message comes from your soul. Your soul has seen you break before, and it has also seen you stand again. It knows the storms you have walked through without witnesses, the nights when you cried silently, and the days when you smiled despite the heaviness you carried. Your soul remembers the strength you have forgotten, the courage that once lit your path, and the hope that still sleeps beneath the dust of your worries. You may feel lost right now, but your soul is not lost. You may feel empty, but your soul is full. You may feel broken, but your soul remains whole, untouched by the weight of the world. There is a part of you, the deepest, quietest part, that has never given up on you, even when your mind has tried to. It is the part that keeps your heart beating, the part that urges you to stand again, the part that whispers in moments of silence, "Not yet." There is more for you here, so if you feel like you are standing at the edge, ready to let go of everything, know this. Your soul is holding you gently by the hand, guiding you back from the darkness you cannot see past. It is not angry with your exhaustion. It does not judge your weakness. It does not shame your doubts. It simply holds you patiently, with the eternal understanding that you are tired, not finished. You are not failing. You are not broken beyond repair. You are simply overwhelmed by a storm you were never meant to face alone. And this is the moment when your soul begins to speak louder. When the mind becomes crowded with fear, confusion, and disappointment, the soul often speaks in the softest voice. It is not loud, it is not dramatic, and it does not force itself upon you. Its message comes like a quiet breeze moving through the trees, like a small light flickering in the darkness, gentle, steady, easy to miss when pain is loud. But even now, beneath the noise of your worries, the soul is whispering. It whispers that you are more than the thoughts that frighten you. It whispers that you are more than the mistakes that haunt you. It whispers that you are more than the heavy chapters you wish you could erase. You may not feel strong, but strength is still inside you. Not the kind that roars or demands attention, but the kind that endures. The kind that remains even after life has taken everything it could. The kind that quietly insists, "I am still here." The soul speaks to you through small moments, the breath you take after crying, the way your heart softens when you see something beautiful, the tiny spark that rises when you imagine a future where you are finally at peace. These are not accidents. These are not random flickers. These are the reminders that you are still alive inside, even when everything feels numb on the surface. And it is in this quiet space that healing begins, not as a sudden burst of light, but as a slow returning to yourself. Healing is not about forgetting the pain. It is about remembering who you are beneath it. It is about recognizing that the darkness you feel now is not the end of your story, but a passage your soul is guiding you through. Your soul does not rush you. Your soul does not pressure you. Your soul does not ask you to be okay before you are ready. It simply asks you to listen, because if you listen closely, you will hear the truth that fear tries to hide. You have survived every moment that tried to break you. You are still standing even if you feel like you're crawling. And somewhere deep within, there is a part of you that refuses to give up, a part that knows you were made for more than suffering. Let the noise fade even if just for a moment. Let the breath slow even if only slightly, and let the soul speak softly but clearly. You are still becoming. Do not stop now. There are days when the world feels unbearably heavy, days when the smallest tasks feel impossible, when your heart aches for reasons you can't fully explain, and when you wonder if you've simply reached the limit of what a person can hold. But hear this gently. The weight you carry is not a sign of weakness, and the pain you feel is not a sign that you have failed. It is human to struggle. It is human to fall to your knees when life hits too hard. It is human to feel lost in a maze of emotions that seem too tangled to sort through. You are not broken for feeling overwhelmed. You are not lacking because you can't pretend to be strong every moment. You are not behind in life just because others can't. See the battles you fight inside. The world often teaches you to hide your wounds, to smile even when your soul trembles, to move forward even when you haven't healed. But your soul knows the truth, that the weight you carry has shaped you, humbled you, and deepened your capacity to feel and understand. Pain has a way of carving spaces within us, not to leave us empty, but to make room for a deeper strength that cannot be built in any other way. The nights you cried quietly, the mornings you forced yourself to rise, the moments you kept going even without hope. These are not signs of defeat. They are signs of courage your mind forgets to acknowledge. If your heart is tired, let it be tired. Rest is not giving up. Slowness is not weakness. Pausing is not failing. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to heal at the pace your soul chooses. You are allowed to be gentle with yourself, especially now. Because the truth is this: no one strong has ever lived a life free from struggle. Strength is not defined by how little you feel, but by how deeply you rise after feeling everything. So carry your weight with compassion, not as a burden that marks your limits, but as a testament to your endurance. You are still here. You are still trying. You are still moving, even if inch by inch, and that in itself is extraordinary. There are changes happening inside you that you cannot yet see, transformations that move quietly, almost invisibly, beneath the surface of your pain. Growth does not always announce itself with clarity. Sometimes it arrives disguised as confusion, stillness, or even loss. But make no mistake, your soul is shifting, reshaping, expanding, even in the moments when you feel stuck. Think of the seed buried in darkness. To the outside world, nothing happens. No movement, no progress, no sign of life. But beneath the soil, the seed is breaking open, not because it is dying, but because it is preparing to rise. In your darkest moments, you are doing the same. Every time your heart breaks, it creates a crack where new understanding can enter. Every time something leaves your life, space is made for what is meant to arrive. Every period of stillness is a quiet reorientation, a recalibration of your inner world, so that when you step forward again, you step with greater truth. You may feel lost, but you are actually being rerouted. You may feel empty, but you are creating room within yourself. You may feel alone, but your soul is drawing you inward, so you can meet the deepest parts of who you are becoming. Transformation rarely feels beautiful while it's happening. It often feels like breaking, unraveling, or being pulled apart. But the breaking is not destruction. It is the clearing of what can no longer stay. The unraveling is not the end. It is the beginning of a more authentic pattern. And the feeling of being pulled apart is simply your soul releasing everything that has held you small. You are shedding layers. You are outgrowing versions of yourself that you once needed. You are expanding into spaces you once feared. Trust this process even when it feels unbearable. The invisible work is still work. The quiet shifts are still shifts. The slow healing is still healing. Your soul is not asking you to understand everything right now. It is asking you to stay open. Open to change. Open to becoming, open to the possibility that what waits ahead is far gentler, far brighter than anything you have ever lost. You are transforming softly and silently, and one day you will look back and realize this was the moment everything began to change. When life feels unbearable, it's easy to believe that this moment defines everything, that the heaviness you feel now is permanent, that the path ahead is blocked, that you have reached the final chapter of your strength. But hear this truth with your whole heart. You are not at the end of your story. There are pages within you still unwritten, sunrises you haven't seen, people you haven't met, and parts of yourself waiting to be discovered. Your soul is far from finished with you. What feels like an ending is often the quiet beginning of something deeper. When something breaks, it creates an opening for clarity, for purpose, for a new direction shaped not by fear, but by truth. Pain tends to whisper lies, especially in the late hours when your thoughts are loud. It tells you that things will never change, that you are stuck, that you are alone, that the future is too dark to walk into. But pain is not a prophet. It cannot see what is forming ahead of you. It cannot feel the strength you are gathering in this very moment. It cannot predict the healing that is already making its way toward you. There is a version of you in the future who is grateful you did not give up today, a version who smiles more softly, who breathes more freely, who carries wisdom born from the very nights you thought you wouldn't survive. That version of you is real, and they are calling you forward. You do not need to know exactly where you are going. You do not need to feel ready. You do not need to be fearless. You only need one thing: the willingness to stay. Stay with yourself. Stay with your story. Stay with a tiny flicker of hope that refuses to die inside you, even when everything else feels dark. Your soul has walked you through storms before, and it will walk you through this one too, step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment. And when the light returns, even if slowly, even if softly, you will understand why the soul never stopped whispering. Hold on, your story is still unfolding. Before this message ends, let your soul speak to you one more time. Not in urgency, not in pressure, but in a quiet truth meant only for you. You are still becoming. No darkness can erase the light within you. No fear can undo the strength you've already built. No moment of despair can cancel the infinite possibilities still waiting in your path. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to begin again. You are allowed to believe even if belief feels fragile. And when the world feels too heavy, place your hand over your heart and remember that this gentle rhythm, this steady beat, is proof that life is still moving through you, guiding you, holding you. Your soul is not finished. Your story is not over. Your light is not lost. Even now it is quietly gathering itself, so that when you rise again, because you will rise not as who you were, but as someone stronger, softer, and more beautifully true. So take your time. Take your breath. Take the next small step. The universe is not rushing you. You were meant to be here. You were meant to continue. You were meant to live your becoming. And the soul whispers one last time: do not give up. The dawn is already on its way.